mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that, right? I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal. And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship that Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little but the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is. Good old Clive. How open you'd say. First things first. There's the plating here. That channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the... And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a...
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials. Show these to Blackthorn.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to. They said they'd give us new clothes.
Blackthorn.
Out with it.
It's for mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Go on then. What is it?
She said you would know.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but... And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave.
And,
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual, that means an alloy. Something that won't break or buck, which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have... Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Veldt. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
and the other can go and get the rest from this supply.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with. You going after the... Which one of these two lucky souls is going...
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So,
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Veldt.
southern reaches of the Veldt. I'll go and scout the place out.
All right.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Black...
You two, eh?
Fleece me.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this stardust. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if stardust is what Blackthorn wants, stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
So this is stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Enough.
That might even be enough for all. Hey, feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know,
It does, doesn't it?
back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Oh, you can take a day off, you know.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's it. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before...
You go on ahead. And try to get some...
Oh, after Blackthorn gets what...
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Blackthorn. Got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on your beat sneaking around.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting.
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Suppose we'd better be.
Give us a shout.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn...
Excellent.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be
salvage from the ruins.
Ah, but we don't...
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken in... What's the name back there? I'll give you all the detail.
What's her name?
Oh, so
Yes.
here you see the excess heat is dealt with by means of now. Were we to rely on thermal plating alone, in other words, the reactor would overheat. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating. Our experiments have shown that, and not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them, why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produce.
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's,
I see. Would that help?
I'll gather my team and head there right away.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the tailor all but worth. It's not just the crystals. Bearers are having trouble.
And we are to dig a new cell.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
I've caught my share with it.
No use calling Ambrosia now. come on. Yeah! You deserve a rest.
Oh, there you are, Sid. The, ruins are...
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. Too slow. Nice try. The things I do,
Sid!
you shouldn't have any trouble.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that
All right.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
Excellent.
And
Right.
how's that?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, which is why you need a prism for the dragon's breath. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. add any... I need something light. But I've...
Well, if I were in need of obscure, I know whose counsel I would seek.
Tomes? Yeah, I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him?
Right away.
They said they'd give us new clothes.
Hippocrates.
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a myth? What are these?
She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to, as you can imagine.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if...
Perhaps it is not a different material.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, and yet we have made a home here from those very materials.
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew, before the dragoons tamed the worms and what.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. I shall speak to them and see what, if you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, the knowledge of the past.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could...
The other can assist me in researching how.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my So, who will accompany?
All right. So, what do we...
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list.
Garlic. Are you sure this is the right... Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, so much so, in fact, now, of course.
Well, is it... I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to...
All right.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research. Now, where's Talia?
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
I'll
these.
have you spoil it.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like... But if time is of the essence, perhaps...
All right.
Let's see now. Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Buy, sell, or be gone.
Let's hope the draper has Hortense's cloth. Just some...
Apology, but your items, they were due to arrive on a... My mother thinks it might be bandits.
It usually is.
Yes. Wait.
Going to find it.
Oh.
You haven't much, but you're free to look. You're always welcome
That
here
should do
in
it.
Lostwing.
Hopefully Ty is finished too.
Fresh cuts! Come! You'll not find a bruised pivot.
Well,
I did.
garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat. Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Tyre.
For what?
For everything.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too. Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can... I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right.
I heard you the first time.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the Moondew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway. And
apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Manny?
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
it appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing when both the shielding and the Moondew are ready. Followed, perhaps...
Leave it, thank you. give Mid the good news, then. Sorry to keep you waiting, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking. Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant. I knew you wouldn't let me...
Don't thank me.
Right then. Better start working out how to bolt all these to the Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not...
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require...
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in,
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like, so if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of... That's what she was meant to be, you see. But now she's so close to being finished. I've realized I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to. I want people to sail aboard her by choice. Not from the... In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can...
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna...
I was. And you can come.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins. No excuses now.
Not quite. She said there was one final...
She said that?
She.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? She'll probably be halfway to Canva, but...
Mid.
They said they'd give us new clothes.
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but... But anyway, I was on my way. Got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle...
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention...
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset.
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty just like when we built this place. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High House.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you...
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining. She's got some things to take care of, but...
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protégé's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Run like the wind. Oh, this used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass. And all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today. Straight home now. Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
So what do you think?
How nice. They have a hideaway of their own. Yeah. And if you ever want to see it.
we've done the Republic a service. I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
The path continues on the other side.
Enough of you are there. Be safe.
Garuda! Garuda!
Come on.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
see the reports are true, Father? You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Bocklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.